I assume everyone can handle the orders they have been given? Any questions? Good. Give him hell, boys. Dismissed! Commander, your efforts in this war have earned you a great honor. You, Stavros, and myself will personally lead the direct assault on Moscow. With all the other fronts covered, it is up to us to destroy Stalin's fortifications and remove the Soviet seat of power. You have also earned the right to be the first to test the newest addition to our arsenal, the chronosphere. With this to help you, even Stalin's new Iron Curtain will not be able to stop us.
Einstein wanted me to warn you that the chronosphere could produce unknown side effects. Be careful when using it. Even we do not understand its full power.
Yes. Use it cautiously. Get going, and give Stalin hell. We will see you in Moscow!
Affirmative.
What's up? I'm there. Rock.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
What's up? Let's rock. Let's rock. There.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yeah? I'm there. Let's rock.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Shake it, baby.
Reporting. Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes,
Very
sir.
well.
Affirmative. Reporting.
Affirmative.
Reporting.
Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Of course.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Ready and
At
waiting.
once.
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders.
Very well.
Ready and
Agreed.
waiting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle
Acknowledged.
reporting.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Very
Agreed.
well. Yes, sir.
At once. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Reporting.
Affirmative.
Agreed. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting.
Agreed.
Reporting.
At once.
Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Very affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Agreed. Very affirmative. Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Vehicle
Affirmative.
reporting.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Let's rock.
Yes, sir. No. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting
orders.
affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well. Ready and waiting.
Very
well.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Once. Vehicle. Acknowledged. Very well. Vehicle. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Agreed. Very well. Reporting. Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Ready. Waiting orders. Affirmative. Ready. Agreed. Waiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Reporting.
Awaiting orders. Reporting.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Awaiting
Agreed.
orders.
Very well.
Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Of course.
Affirmative. Reporting. Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Very well.
At once.
Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting.
At once.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ready and
Affirmative.
waiting. Awaiting
Yes,
orders.
sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Very well.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Ready and
At
waiting.
once.
Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Awaiting
Reporting.
orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Agreed. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
At once.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ready and
At
waiting.
once.
Agreed. Affirmative. Reporting.
Agreed.
Ready and
Agreed.
waiting.
Yeah? Cha-ching! Cha-ching!
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Chew on this. Yes, sir. I'm there. Let's rock.
Yes, sir.
Very well.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting order. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle
Acknowledged.
affirmative.
Reporting.
At
Reporting.
once. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting.
At once.
Affirmative.
Agreed.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Agreed.
Affirmative.
Agreed.
At once.
Agreed.
Affirmative. Very well.
Agreed.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Waiting
Yes,
order.
sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Shake it, baby!
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Very affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Awaiting orders. Yes,
Awaiting
sir.
orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Ready and very well. Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged.
Agreed.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very
Agreed. Yes, sir.
Agreed.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Ready and waiting.
Reporting.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Very well.
Ready and
Agreed.
waiting.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Ready and
Very
waiting.
well.
Yes, sir. At once. Reporting at once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Shake it, baby! Shake it, baby!
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Vehicle affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Vehicle acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yeah? I'm there.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Shake it, baby.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Shake it, baby.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. At once. Agreed. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting.
Awaiting order. Knowledge. Affirmative. Knowledge.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Of course.
One. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Reporting.
Very well.
Agreed.
Very well.
Of course. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle waiting reporting. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. No, affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting
Yes, sir.
orders.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Very well. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Awaiting order. Affirmative. Vehicle. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative. 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 Vehicle reported. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Yes,
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting
Reporting.
orders.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir.
Ready and waiting.
Affirmative. Vehicle
Yes, sir.
reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Shake it,
Vehicle
baby!
reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Knowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Knowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Knowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Awaiting
Vehicle
orders.
reporting.
Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Ready and agreed. Yes, sir. At once. Awaiting orders. Very well.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Reporting.
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Agreed.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Reporting.
Reporting.
Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Very well.
Acknowledge. At once.
Ready
Very
and
well.
waiting.
Yes,
Very
sir.
well.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Affirmative. Very well. At once. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative.
Agreed.
At once.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Agreed. Very well. Very well. Agreed. At once. Agreed. Very well. Of course. Yes, sir. Reporting. Agreed. Very well. Yes, sir. At once. Very well. Yes, sir. Of course. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. Yes, sir.
At once.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very well.
Awaiting order. Knowledge.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative.
Reporting. Very well.
Reporting.
Affirmative, sir.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting.
At once.
Agreed. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting.
Yeah?
Ready and waiting.
Yeah?
Acknowledged.
Yeah?
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. 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 Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Very well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Very well. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Very well.
Reporting.
Agreed.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
Reporting at once. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Very well.
Ready and
Agreed.
waiting. Yes,
Very
sir.
well.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Reporting.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Very close.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Affirmative. Waiting Yes, orders. sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting
Yes, sir.
orders.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Be affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
I'm there. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
What's up? I'm there.
Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yeah, that's right.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. I'm there.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once.
Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Vehicle. Reporting. Waiting orders. Acknowledged.
Very well. Agreed. Reporting. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting. Very well. Ready and waiting. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Ready and waiting.
Reporting.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Yes, sir. Agreed. Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Reporting. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting
Affirm.
orders.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Very well.
At once.
Yes,
Agreed.
very well. Yes, sir. Very well. Acknowledged. Very
Agreed.
well.
Yes, sir.
At once.
Agreed.
Very well.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Ready and waiting. Ready and waiting.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Vehicle acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Reporting. Vehicle. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Very well. Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Waiting orders.
Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Reporting. Waiting orders. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Vehicle
Affirmative.
reporting.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Reporting at once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
At once.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Agreed. Waiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting orders.
Reporting.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Reporting.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Agreed.
Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Of course. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Waiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Very well.
Of course.
Yes, sir. Vehicle acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Of course. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
Vehicle reporting.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Over here! I found someone! Jeez Louise! It's stalled!
Figures that bastard would survive.
Well, orders are orders. Come on. Help me get him out of here.
Private, what do you think you're doing?
Sir. It's Stalin. He's still alive.
Private, I don't see anyone there.
Right here, sir.
I don't believe you heard me, Private. I don't see anyone here. Do you?
No, sir. I don't see anyone. Must have been the wind I heard.
That's what I thought. Now move out.